This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective, Friday the 13th Part 3, Jason Vorhees. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard 112 box, with the Friday the 13th Part 3 emblem at the center. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Jason Vorhees out of the box. And man, I am super stoked to have this in my collection and part of the Mezco 112 line. In full disclosure, Jason Vorhees is my all-time favorite slasher. I am so stoked about this piece because he has a ton of really cool things going on with him. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. So Jason does come with a good amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 2 interchangeable head sculpts, 2 masks, 6 interchangeable hands, a pitchfork, a knife, a butcher knife, a spear gun, a poker, a wrench, an axe, and a machete. And lastly, he also comes with a circular base stand with the Friday the 13th Part 3 emblem at the top. He also comes with a clear articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with the clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Jason Vorhees. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Jason Vorhees. Really stoked to have this one in my collection. Like I've said, he is my favorite slasher and just really excited to get him in the 112 line. So I think this figure came out really good. I love everything about this. The soft goods look really nice. What I will complain about though is that I feel like the soft goods are too clean. I kind of wish he had a little blood splatter here and there, maybe not a lot, but just a little. You know, I think that would have added a lot to this. Maybe some like dirt or some muck kind of here on the pants. That's just a personal preference. I could understand why some people would want the cleaner look. For me personally, I would want him to look a little more dirtied up, and again, a little more bloody. I think would have been really cool. But the soft goods are still very well done. The pants and the shirt look really nice. Does attract lint like a mofo, I will say that. But the stitching work looks really good. The boots look fantastic. Love the boots. I'll get my camera to focus right there. That nice leathery type of look looks really good. Tread on the feet, you can tell there is a little bit of dirt paint on there, but overall looks really nice. What's really cool, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'll try and show it off the camera a bit, but there is a slight like pigmentation painted on the forearms. You can kind of see like a little speckle effect to make it look like he has like natural skin and whatnot. I just think it's really freaking cool and something I really didn't expect with this figure, but it looks awesome. We can even see that he has more of like a type of hunchback. If you can look at the back of his neck right there, just looks so nice. And I love how he's kind of like hunched over with his neck kind of like jarring forward like that. I just love that so much. I suppose you could take this stuff off if you really wanted to, and to see how the sculpt is under there. You kind of see a white shirt underneath that, and these like little buttons on the side right here. If you could take this off, I guess, but I personally don't want to, and I have no desire. What I will also say is that I kind of feel like the pockets are kind of a little too far out to the sides. I wish they were pushing a little more towards the chest. It just looks a little weird that they're so far out to the side of the shirt. Again, minor nitpicks, but still overall just a really cool looking piece. Alright, so now let's check out his accessories. So I'm going to start off with the hands. So we do get a pair of gripping hands, one for each side, and that's just for holding all of his accessories. That's one of the perks about this figure, and one of the highlights in my opinion is all the accessories that it does come with. We also do get a pair of open palm hands for more stylized posing. and getting some two-handed poses, and you'll see some pictures later on of what I'm talking about. We also get another hand for his right side with the fingers a little more curled. That's kind of more to look like he's like, grabbing at his kills and things like that, and his victims. I like that a lot. Just really, really gnarly curled looking fingers. Then we do get this trigger holding hand with the finger extended out like that. And that's for things like holding his little harpoon or his little spear gun, which is just a really cool addition. Again, it's just so awesome. Then we do get two interchangeable heads with two interchangeable masks. So we do get the standard head, which I freaking love. I think that looks gorgeous. The sculpt of that is beautiful. Just how mangled and gnarly his face is, how the eyes are all cockeyed and one is a little higher than the other. The mouth looks great with the teeth kind of missing. Then we got turned to the side. You can kind of see like one of his ears has been like cut off. So it's really all mangled and tattered, and just the paint apps on that looks so good. Really, really nice. Since we do get the masks are a separate piece, we can just slide that mask on right there, and that looks really good too. I love the detail on the masks. All those little ports and that red paint came out really clean, and the little silver studs that hold on the strap. Just all looks really freaking good, man. I love when Mezco does stuff like this. But what's also really cool, we do get this really gnarly bloody head. Just looks so good. Again, the mouth is more curled up. You can see the missing teeth, and you can see the blood just dripping down the side of the face. The paint apps on that look amazing. But if you take a look at the side of that face, you could just kind of see like the blood just gushing out and just encapsulating his whole left side of his face. Just looks so freaking good. Now you could also take the other mask that we get, which is a mask with the gash in like that, which is that's how it's supposed to be. But that looks really cool too, because you can actually see the blood dripping down a part of that mask, which I absolutely love. So what that's really for is you're going to take the head off like so, just on a standard ball peg. You could take the bloody head like that, put that on like so. Get my camera to focus real quick, there. Then we could take the mask with that bloody part, have that on right there, which is really nice. And then you could take something like the cleaver that we get right here, and you'd actually put that in his head like so, and you can actually stick it in there, and that's really freaking rad, dude. And I love how that looks. Just a really cool display option. Honestly, I might display like that. I have no clue yet, but that's really cool that they even did something like that. Just a very nice attention to detail. Okay, so moving right along, we do get the stand. Again, always love Mezco stands, but I love how they printed this, the Friday the 13th Part 3, with that dagger with the blood dripping, and that silhouette in the back. I love this so much. It just really reminds me of the old VHS tape that I used to have. Just having that on there looks great, man. Just really, really cool. And we get the clear articulate arm that we use normally, but I won't be using it for this guy. I just really want that stand right there. So he has a bunch of weapons. That's probably one of the highlights of this entire figure is all his little kill accessories. So I'm gonna start off from big and then or small, and then go all the way up to the bigger weapons. So we do get a standard knife right here. Again, looks really nice, silver and black paint apps. Nice little blood splatter on the dagger, looks really cool. We get this really awesome cleaver. Love the cleaver so much, how the blood splatter works. Nice silver dry brush on that. The handle looks really nice, and you can tell it is full tang. And for those that know anything about swords and knives and things, full tang means the metal and the blade actually goes all the way through the handle like that. That's why there's 3 rivets on the handle, so it holds the whole metal together. So just a little knife and sword knowledge for you guys right there, but love that a lot. We also do get this awesome wrench. Again, I just love having accessories like this in the 112 line, because these can be used for a lot of different displays and things like that. But that looks really cool too, with the red paint apps, the black and the silver, and there's a little bit of silver dry brushing on there too. Just looks really, really nice. We do get his signature machete. I love this so freaking much, and to be honest, how cool would a machete be in the 112 line? You know, I'm talking some Danny Trejo. I think that would be freaking dope. But anyways, this looks freaking cool. I love the blood splatter on that, and more silver dry brushing. Again, with those little 3 rivet handles, rivets on the handle, just looks so freaking good. And I think most likely, I think like a lot of us, we're going to be displaying him with this particular weapon right here, because that's mostly what he's known for. We do get an axe. Love this too. Again, look at the blood splatter on there. I love how the weapons are all bloody for the most part. That's really, really cool. But the wood grain on the handle look fantastic. I love that so, so much. We do get this little, I forgot what this is called, but I know it's like one of those pokers for like for your fireplace. If you can help me with this, remind me what this is in the comments. I totally forgot what it is, but you can see the blood splatter on that. It's a nice gunmetal gray too, with the white handle. Just looks really good. Then we get the spear gun or harpoon, whatever you want to call it, which looks really freaking nice. Again, that's what this that trigger finger hand is for, specifically for holding on to this weapon right there. I kind of thought the spear was going to be removable, but no, it's all one sculpt. But overall, that just looks so nice. Nice little grip on the handle too. Very cool. And probably one of my favorite is the rake here, or the pitchfork, whatever you want to call it, but that's freaking awesome, dude. The handle, the wood grain looks really cool. You can see the blood stains on the actual fork points, which is rad. I love this accessory for so many reasons. I don't know why. That is definitely one of my favorite to get in this whole set. Just very freaking cool. And since he does have multiple gripping hands, you know, you can load him up with a couple different weapons. So let's put the machete in that hand like so. And then we'll get the, let's say the cleaver in the other hand. And you kind of just have him hacking at a bunch of different, you know, teenagers that are having the premarital relations. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he does. He kills teenagers. Okay, so with all of his accessories out of the way, now let's check out his articulation, because surprisingly, his articulation is actually pretty good. So let's check this out here. So the head is on a ball joint, does roll around like so, does turn left and right, looks up about that much, down about that far, and pivot side to side, so you can get those head tilting poses, which I've always liked with slashers. Arms can go all the way up like so, down like so, up and out pretty good. No, it doesn't seem like there's a butterfly joint in there. That just might be the peg naturally doing that. We do get rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows that work very nice, a rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection right here, so that rolls around very good. Does rotate, pivot side to side, crunches forward that much, back about that far. You can even notice we do get an actual belt in there. I don't think I've ever actually noticed the belt, so that actually looks really cool too. And a separate piece. Yeah, I really didn't even notice the belts. That's pretty cool. Hip joints, say kick forward that much, back about that far. Can do the splits about that much. Rotation in that upper thigh. We got double jointed knees that could practically kick himself in his own butt. We got rotation at the boot and a ball-like joint at the ankle, so that rolls all around up and down, and a pretty decent ankle rocker. So overall, I freaking love this figure. You know, my only real complaints, major complaints, are that I wish his soft goods were a little more dirtied up and a little more bloody, but I can understand where some people would want them to be a little more clean. Again, all the accessories are so good, really nice articulation, really cool paint and sculpt work with this figure. I think he's so dope, and I think he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the 112 Collective Evil Dead Ash and Michael Myers figures. And just for fun, here he is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Friday the 13th Part 3, Jason Vorhees. Now overall, I think this is one badass action figure of the Killing Machine. I absolutely love what Mezco has done here. From the attention to detail to the sculpt and the paint, the really nicely done soft goods, and all those badass accessories just make this for one wicked action figure. Now my really only minor complaint is that I wish his clothes were a little more dirty and bloodied. But other than that, he is almost the perfect Jason Voorhees figure. I love him so much that I'm giving him a rating of 4 bat bombs out of 5. And if you're on Facebook, head over to my group, the Mezco 112 Collective Collectors, for all kinds of Mezco goodness. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.